Hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome back to some more 9-9. Last episode was a lot more chill compared to the one before that. We ended up getting the bad ending, which apparently you have to get before you can get the... I wouldn't even know if you'd call that the true ending, but you get Kujo's ending. So that one was really bad, and then we ended up kind of going back and we fixed some things, so we're not going to quite get ourselves in that same situation, which is nice. So we're about where we were right before like the bad ending happened. And it's been a week since Kujo accidentally found out about how I feel about her. So a lot more positive note, and hopefully we'll make some better progress here and not have things go as crazy as they did. Go ahead and continue on here. Kujo responded in kind, and now we're dating. Okay, let's go. Yes, this is what I want to hear. Oh, frick. I got excited there for a second. You're trolling me. Reality. I step out of the bathroom and nearly run into Kujo. Oh, frick, she's just ignoring me then. Okay, great. She quickly looks away and rushes into the girls' bathroom. Yeah, you guessed it. Ever since that day, she's been avoiding me like the plague. We haven't so much as spoken. Needless to say, our search for the Evil Eyes user has become completely abandoned. It's like she doesn't even know what to say to me. I'm glad that she doesn't seem to think I'm a creep, but this kind of feels like she's already turned me down before I even asked her out. So there's definitely more downside than upside here. Yeah, she might just not know how to, like, approach that. It was kind of information that she shouldn't have gotten because, I don't know, that was just a terrible way to get that. She doesn't know how she feels. Yesterday was the end of our long-awaited Golden Week holiday. I went back to my folks' place where basically nothing happened. Kujo and I didn't seem so much as message each other. I have a horrible feeling that if things continue like this, we might just keep drifting apart. I'm really beating myself up for asking her to read my memories, but more than anything, I wish that if she wanted to turn me down, she would just straight up tell me. Yeah, I don't blame him for feeling like this at all. Like, I understand, like, it was very out of the blue for her, but at the same time, it's very, I don't know, it's very suspenseful for him. Like, he doesn't really know how to feel. He doesn't know, like, hey, are you not saying anything to me because you feel the same way and you're embarrassed? Are you feeling that way because you really don't feel that way back and you're just afraid to tell me? Like, just say something, please, Kujo. You need to help this poor man. He needs to either start getting over it by you saying, hey, I don't feel the same way, and I just want to be friends, because, you know, there's more important things going on in the game. We need to find out who the Evil Eye user is, because they are dangerous. Sum it up, ever since that moment, my days have been filled with lovelorn sighs.
Hi, お疲れ様。このままホームルームしちゃうよ。
Let's get homeroom out of the way. She sounds like she's so ready to be done with it. The bell rings, signifying the start of afternoon homeroom. Some short announcements are made. Copies of our math homework are
余
passed
っ
out.
たり足りなかったりしたら後ろで調整してね。はい、ホームルーム終わり。日直さん。
Same as every day, we're told to stand and bow. I throw my bag over my shoulder without sitting down again.
あ、待って待って。
As I begin preparing to go home, Yoichi calls
ど
out
うし
to me.
た？
みんなでラウンド2に遊びに行くんだけど、どう？
カラオケか？
ビリヤードとかボーリングとか好きな感じに。
俺はいいよそういうの。
ダメダメ。今日は来てください。九条さん、かけるがいないと来ないし。
Really? I thought she wouldn't come if I was there.
九条が？
Yeah,
俺がいたらなおさら来ないだろ。
that's what I was thinking.
かけるも行くよって誘ったら、じゃあ新見くんもいるならって。
Okay.
お前勝手に。で、
何？
俺がいるならって言ったのか？
うん。
嘘ついてないだろうな。
まだついてないよ。かけるが来てくれないと嘘になっちゃうけど。来るよね。
わかったよ。
Alright, frickin', let's do it.
よっしゃ。
Yoichi pumps his fist. He gives me a hearty slap in the back despite me clearly not being enthusiastic about this. His lips curl into a suggestive and, might I add, somewhat evil grin.
なんだよ。
九条さんと二人っきりにしてあげるからさ。まあ、うまくやりなさいよ。
I mean, I don't know what your motives are, but thank you, I guess.
なんだよそれ。
目があったらそらしたり、すれ違う時も意味深だったり、あからさま認識してたりさ。こっちとしてはもうお腹いっぱいなんだよね。
Yoishi's just pissed. He's like, hey, I see that y'all are into each other, but you keep avoiding each other. Like, hey, we just need to, we need to make this happen right now.
まだ付き合ってないんでしょ。さっさとひっついてほしいからアシストしようってなったわけ。
だから誘ったのか。余計なお世話だな。
That's literally all Yoichi does.
こっちはいい迷惑。二人が落ち着いてくれないとみんな気が気じゃないんだよ。
みんな？
バレバレだからお互い意識してるの。九条さんがかけるん家に行ってること僕以外も知ってるし。うわかけるのそんな顔初めて見たかも。
Freaking Yoichi,
超
man.
照れてる。
He's trying so hard to like just make us feel embarrassed.
うっせえ。
まあ今日で決めちゃってよ。二人で抜け出しちゃってもいいから。
あんまり期待すんなよ。
してないよ。振られる方にかけてるから。
Wow, okay.
全員で面白がってるのかよ。
他人の恋愛なんてそんなもんでしょう。九条さんライバル多いから僕らが面白がって注目してるうちに決めないとチャンス失うかもよ。
Wow, okay. Yoichi's thought about this quite a lot, actually, it seems like.
やっとマジな目になったね。じゃここで待機してて掃除の子いるから終わったら出発ね。
わかった。
最近暗いニュース多かったしさ明るいのお願いね。
振られた方がいいんだろ。
僕的にはそっちの方が笑えるね。
Wow, what kind of friend are you, my guy? That'd be hilarious. I mean, I'm glad that he's honest with us. Like, that probably would be kind of funny, but what kind of friend are you? He gives me another slap on the back before I ever to the circle of girls. I've been thinking about doing something about this situation for a while now, but it's tough to get going on my own. Still, this isn't what I was hoping for. Not only are they pushing us together, they're even wagering on the outcome. I don't know, apparently some of them are not wagering on us getting together. Like Yoichi, that frick. Hate that they're making a spectacle out of me, but I guess now that I'm in this deep, I don't have to go any way to go but forward. Fine mess I've ended up in. You know, that's been this whole novel so far. It's been just getting slowly worse and worse. With a drink in hand, I take a look around the establishment. Round 2's first floor is less an arcade and more what we call an amusement corner. The whole floor is just rhythm games and crane games. The second floor is more classic arcade games as well as games that pay out tickets. Going even further up, there's bowling, darts, billiards, and karaoke. Everything a student could want is right here, which is why this place is jam-packed with students. To tell the truth, I don't really care for this place. It's too loud for me. Knowing how frugal Kujo is, my guess is she doesn't come here often either. Both of us are a bit on the antisocial side, and yet here we are, joining in on the fun. Sure, the plan is to get us some alone time, but the only way I can see this going is that we both just get dragged here, there, and everywhere by our friends. Take another look around. Nothing but students around us. However, I lost track of Yoichi and the others. They told me they ditched me when they went out to buy a drink. If they're seriously trying to get the two of us alone, then Kujo's probably been stranded on her own, just like me. I could just go home if I wanted. I decided to go looking for her. To be frank, I just want to be able to tell myself later that I at least tried looking. Right now, the greater part of me wants to just go. No, that's not quite right. I just want to run away. So I've concocted a simple rationalization that I can use. I tried looking for her, but I didn't find her, so I reluctantly went back home. But things never turn out the way you plan. Mere moments later, I catch sight of Kujo. She's all alone, standing by the wall. The look on her face says she's waiting to meet someone. Could it be me? Quickly abandoned that thought. Maybe I should pretend I never saw her and go home. But I still can't shake the idea that just maybe, it's just... Been waiting for Kujo to come talk to me this entire time. It's time to stop being such a wimp. Can you imagine a young male protagonist deciding, hey, I'm going to stop being a wimp and I'm going to take the initiative? Never seen it before, so this is new to me. This is kind of an interesting scene. I like how we have like our you know, our shirt a little unbuttoned and stuff. We're like showing our chest, you know, just like, it's like, hey, how's it going, Kujo? Fancy meeting you here. Wordlessly, I lean in against the wall next to Kujo. Kujo sees me and looks down at the floor, but she doesn't walk away. Relief washes over me. Unfortunately, that's not enough to make a dent in the awkward tension. I desperately try to start a conversation.
みんなは
ここで待っていてって言われたんだけど。
戻ってこないかもな。俺たちを二人きりにする作戦なんだってさ。
それ、私も言われた。
The words won't come out of my mouth. I'm too nervous. Does that mean Kujo knew we'd end up alone together if she waited here? I'm why she kept waiting. Ah, crap, I think to myself. I really want to run away now. Kujo's about to give an answer to an unasked question right here and now. I don't know if I can take it. She's probably going to say no. I'm not certain of it, but I'm sure as hell not certain she'll say yes either. I mean, we've gotten closer recently, right? She's even come to my apartment, right? That's probably an indication of just how little she sees me as a potential romantic interest. Around and around and around. These self-tormenting, nauseous thoughts hit through my head. But if I'm going to get shot at anyways, I should at least try to get everything I have and go out in a blaze of glory. I am so happy that he said that. Like, please. I'm so sick of people, like, chickening out all the time. Just go for it. This is your life to live, okay?
九条、俺の記憶読んだとき、俺の気持ちも筒抜けだよな。
Kujo says nothing. I'm not sure if I should say this, but I do kind of feel it, so I feel like I should. I feel like Kujo should have known better that they've been having all this time together, that he was going to develop some feelings. I think it's very hard. Like, if you have a friend who is a girl that you enjoy spending time with, I think it's very hard to just feel like friends with them. Like, to only have thoughts of being friends with them. I feel like there's always going to be a little bit, maybe a part of you that will, like, grow more attached to them. And I feel like that's why guys don't generally have a lot of friends who are girls when they're, like, in a relationship. Because it's just very hard not to develop feelings with somebody and grow close to them. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right on that. I'm just saying, in my experience, that's how it's gone. It's very hard to get close to someone without developing feelings.
もう隠しようがねえし、素直に言うよ。俺、九条のことが好きだ。
I'm not sure if she's about to say something or if that was an unintentional gasp. Kujo keeps her eyes pointed at the floor. Her hair hides her face from me, making it hard to read her expression. But what more should I even say? My thoughts are a mess, and I have no idea what to say next, but this silence is killing me. I just keep saying whatever comes to mind.
困るよな。俺の気持ちを押し付けられても。
But no, I am so glad he said something. I mean, he probably could have, like, mentioned this earlier, but I'm just glad he's saying it now.
いや、いいんだ。困るのは、俺ちょっと前まで、ナインボールの店員が九条だってことすら全く気にしてなかったくせに、仲良くなれて調子乗ったんだよな。まあ、うん。全部わかってるだろうから、全部ぶっちゃけちまうけどさ。
Yeah, I think it's very important that even though she knew how he felt, like she'd read the memories and stuff, like it was pretty obvious to both of them, I'm glad he's saying it out loud. It's better to, like, hear it coming from him, not just his memories.
犯人探しを手伝ったのは、九条と仲良くなりたかったからだ。
Wow, he's actually being really honest too. I mean, he probably needs to because she's seen the memories she probably already knows, but
だよな。軽蔑するよな。だから隠したかった。九条は可愛いし、料理がうまいし、気に入られたかったんだ。まあ、うん。そんなわけでさ。俺が導いてくれるって九条は言ってたけど、俺はそんなすごい男じゃなくて。
I'm trying to decide whether I feel like it was a bad thing for his motivations. Nah. I mean, the way he was saying it made it seem like he just only felt like he wanted to do all this stuff for Kujo, but I feel like he genuinely was trying to, like, get involved with all this. I mean, he is a user now. Like, he does need to be involved with this world. Like, he needs to know what's going on because he might get targeted for his artifact and stuff, right? Like, he needs to be aware of it. He can't just shy away from it. But from his actions, I never got that Kakeru was always doing this for Kujo. Like, I never got that impression. Certainly he was more motivated to do certain things, and he definitely was more helpful maybe than he would have been otherwise because he likes her. But, like, solving the case and stuff and then helping her for power, like, I feel like that was him genuinely just being a good person and just doing what he thought was right. Like, it wasn't anything to do with Kujo specifically. I think he would have done that for somebody else too. So I am going to defend him here and give him the benefit of the doubt. That's how I feel. But we'll see if anything I said was totally off base.
九条を好きになったのも九条が可愛かったからだ。料理もうまいし、これさっきも言ったな。だからそう、親切だし優しいし、俺のくだらない話でよく笑ってくれるし、好きになった理由はそれだけだ。仲良くなってまだ1ヶ月も経ってないのにな。なんか浅いよな。
I just can't say that I mean, am I pandering too much for him? Like, I don't feel like he's a bad guy for feeling this way. Cause when I met my wife, okay, I think she started developing feelings way quicker than I did, but I probably within a month or less. Like we both knew, like, hey, we're into each other, you know? I just don't feel like this is strange at all. I don't feel like this should be a problem as much as he's making it out to be. And I might be wrong. Like, yes, because they were, like, working together and there was different motives involved. It wasn't just like, oh, we're meeting and casually getting to know each other. It was like, hey, we're, like, trying to figure out this case and stuff. And we got a whole bunch of crap going on. So I guess I can see it from that angle. This might be a little bit, like, getting in the way of that. And that might be distracting them from their goals. But I don't see him as a bad guy for feeling that way. I really hope she doesn't think that he is. And I don't think she does. I think she probably feels the same way to some degree.
九条が困るのも当然だ。犯人探しの理由もまあさっきの通りでさ。九条みたいに使命感みたいなもんは俺にはない。俺は九条が思うような。だからまあ。そういうわけだ。
I think for him, he's feeling guilty that maybe he misled her. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe like, hey, I misrepresented my motivations and maybe just seemed like I was more into things than I was just because I liked you, and maybe just feels bad because he doesn't want her to get the wrong impression. And maybe he feels bad, like, hey, I was genuinely interested in the cases we were doing, and I really want to work together, but I'm sorry that it might have seemed like my motivations, looking back on it, were just not so great. I think that's where he's trying to get at.
困らせて悪かった。忘れてくれていい。
I'm really curious what her response is going to be. That's what's going to make this conversation.
じゃあ。
I walk away, leaving behind poor, flustered Kujo. So in the end, I still ran away. Kujo had nothing to say to me. I think she was really contemplating, like, what to say. She was just kind of listening. I think he should have gave her another minute. Like, sometimes you just gotta do that. Sometimes people need to work up the courage to say things, like he did. You don't have to be a genius to see that she was uncomfortable. It's all too obvious that she was gonna shoot me down. And so not wanting to hear her actually say the words, I just ran away. Yeah, I feel like he should have stayed and saw what happened. You know, you had the courage to say all those things that you did, but you need to give her the respect by letting her say what she needs to say and hearing her out. I mean, that's just how, you know, a conversation needs to happen. You can't just say, hey, my side of the story matters. I'm going to throw it all out there, and then I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. So I do think he should have stuck around. I don't like that he just walked away, but I understand he really thinks going into this that she totally does not feel the same way as him. But we don't know that. We really don't. She just might not know what to say about it. This might be totally foreign to her. We became such good friends, and then my stupid love-struck heart screwed it all up, just like I knew it would. Can't believe I didn't even have the guts to hear her out. Man, I need to chill out. Hating on myself isn't going to do me any good. That is true, though. Do not put yourself down.
おう、かける。九条さんと会えた。あっちの方にいるよ。
書けばお前の勝ちだ。
え
2回も言わせんなよ。
え、嘘でしょ。絶対いける雰囲気だったじゃん。
所詮身分違いの恋ってやつだったのかもな。
よっぽどひどい告白でもしたの。
かもな。ちょっと付き合ってくれ。銃でも撃ちたい気分だ。
いいよ。じゃあ上行こっか。
ああ、
泣くのよかける。次があるって。
うっせえ。泣いてねえよ。
Yoichi and I head for the escalator while he pokes fun at me. Still, my guess is that there's this searing pain in my heart won't go away no matter how many zombies I blast to pieces. My first love, lost. It stings. It hurts more than I expected. Oh yeah, the first one is the deepest, right?
今日はありがとね。みんなお疲れ。
Losing your first love is hard. We play until we're beat, but once people start getting hungry, we head out. We say our goodbyes at the station, where it seems the only ones not getting on the train are Kujo and I. Not a soul asks how it went with me and Kujo. Maybe Yoichi already filled them in. At any rate, it seems like they're acting considerate of us as they walk by me heading into the station. Every last one gives me a meaningful look. And so here we are, just the two of us. Talk about awkward. Guess we better hurry on. I'm sure in a little while we'll both be over and talk normally like we used to, but man, I'm not ready for this yet. God, this is so pathetic. I'm about to break down here.
クジョ、気をつけてな。
Please, Kujo, say something to this man. He needs you. Let's freaking go. Let's go. This is good, guys. This is so good. I don't want to shake off her hand lightly gripping my wrist, so I can't really turn around to look at her. What's going through her head? Is she frowning? Smiling? Kujo remains silent as I wait for her to speak, still suffering that pain in my heart.
クジョ、
ずるい。
え？
自分だけ言いたいこと言って。
She's absolutely right. She is.
ああ、そうだな。悪い。逃げた。
新見くん一方的に喋って答えが必要な質問してくれなかった。
You know, you guys, this is a great lesson on why we don't assume things sometimes. I mean, you can go into it expecting to hear something, but don't just shut out the conversation. Like, it's important that if you think someone's going to shut you down, give them the opportunity to shut you down. Like, you need to hear it. Like, don't just live your life wondering what they were going to say. Like, let them say it, because they might surprise you. They might say something else too, but it's very important that you give people an opportunity to speak back when you go out and say your mind. It's like, if you're willing to give it out, like if you're willing to tell your feelings to somebody, you need to listen to their feelings back. I just feel like that's common courtesy.
そっか。そうだな。
まだ続きがあると思って待っていたのに。新見くん。
Yeah.
話すだけ話して言っちゃって。
I mean, to be fair, Kujo's a very quiet person. She does like kind of have to think about her thoughts and stuff, and he probably would have just assumed that like she had no idea what to say, and or maybe he just assumed the worst and just walked off. I mean, he should have gave her a chance.
今続き言っていいか。
うん。
俺と付き合ってくれ。
I wish he would have just let her talk. Just shut up. Just wait for her to say something. Which is pretty cruel, actually, making me say all that. There's a part of me that wants to burst into tears, but now that I've come this far, I'm past the point of desperation. I'm hanging on her every word. When she turns me down, it's gonna hit me so hard I'll go flying backwards right into a trash can.
聞かせてくれるか。
Oh my gosh, my guy, you are being way too straightforward, though.
新見くんは
ああ、
自分のことすごくないって言ったけれど、
そうだな。
私にとってはすごい人。恐れず炎に立ち向かった時から。
I can see where this is going. She's gonna tell me that she respects me but isn't interested in me romantically. Okay, I would agree with that. Okay. But I hold back the urgency right where I
新見
am.
くんは私にないものを持っていて、頭もいいし、考え方も柔軟だし、何より勇気がある。そんなあなたのそばにいたかった。だから一緒に犯人を探しませんかって提案したの。新見くんが下心で私に協力してくれたなら、多分私も下心。
The topic takes an unexpected turn, leaving me speechless. It's crazy how that goes. Once you like listen to what the other person has to say, you might find out that things weren't as you thought. Wild. It's the same for her. I'm about to whoop and jump for joy when I pause. Something still doesn't add up, so I have to
多分
ask.
自覚がなくて、気づいたのは 初めてのことだったから、自分が抱いている気持ちが何なのか分かってなくて。新見くんが私のことをどう思ってくれているか知って、高坂先輩と話している新見くんを見るのが、たとえ能力で仕方なくでも他の誰かに新見くんを渡したく。
じゃあ
Kujo takes a firmer grip on my arm. She's trembling. Or maybe that's me trembling. My body is numb and my mind is blank. The silence drags on. My heart is pounding in my
私
ears.
だって新見くんが思ってくれているほど、あんな方法で、許されない方法で新見くんの気持ちを驚いて、逃げた自分が恥ずかしくて、合わせる顔がなくて、こんな浅ましい私は新見くんにふさわしくないと思って。でも言ってくれたから、知り合ってから、仲良くなれてから、まだ間もないけれど、時間はきっと関係ない。私も好き。私は新見くんのことが
There it is.
好きです。
There it is. That's what I like to see.
だから答えははいです。あなたのそばにいさせてください。
Wow, imagine letting her talk and then you find out that things were much better than you thought.
Oh.
You know, life's a learning experience. Sometimes you make mistakes and then sometimes you learn later. Like, hey, I could have done something differently. But hey, this worked out, so.
新見くん、
はい。
答えました。
悪い。なんか方針っていうか、待った。俺となんで黙るんだよ。
黙ってない。うなずきました。
見えないし見えてないし。
Well, frick, my guy. Maybe if you turned around, you would notice.
振り返ってもいい？
やだ。
どうして？
恥ずかしい。
Oh my gosh, you should have just done it, my guy.
目を見て言わせてくれ。も
Can't feel anything. It's like my whole body is numb. I can't move my legs properly, so the mere act of turning around is taking an unexpected amount of effort. At last, I see Kudo's face. She's blushing so hard I can't help but smile, but she's also on the verge of tears, which leaves me distraught. Too embarrassed to meet my gaze, she looks off to the side. Not doing a whole lot better here. My voice trembles as I try to squeeze out a few more words.
はい。
俺九条のことが
Finally.
好きだ。
Kakeru, you are being a man. I'm so proud of you.
私も好きです。
俺と付き合ってくれないか。俺の彼女になってほしい。
はい。私を
落ち着け。
ごめんなさい。震えてうまく話せない。
Freaking, she is too cute. I love Kujo.
ごめんなさい。もう一回。
俺の彼女にな。
はい。私を新見くんの彼女にしてください。
So wholesome. I love
私
it.
の彼氏になってください。
ああ、ならせてくれ。
ありがとう。
うん。これからどうすりゃいい？
わからない。
あ
I'm so happy they're laughing right now. Like this is what it should be. Like don't make it too serious. You know, if you were alone, like sure, I guess you can, but I'm glad like they're connecting again. They're like, I mean, obviously they're boyfriend and girlfriend now, but I'm glad like they're friends. Like, it's important that just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you stop being friends. Like, you don't have to make it serious all the time. You should be able to laugh, have a good time. Be yourself. The overwhelming awkwardness pops in the tension like a balloon, and the two of us burst out laughing together. Kujo is my girlfriend, and I'm her boyfriend. Can't believe it turned out this way. Never saw this coming. I think the thing I'm most happy about is that this is happening very soon after, like, events changed. Like, we went from crazy ending to this point where these little changes we made during the route really added up, and now we're in a relationship. Like, I'm really happy about that. I really like the pacing of it all. An immense wave of relief washes over me, along with the thought, oh, thank God, I can finally stop being so cripplingly awkward around
振られ
her.
ると思ってた。
ごめんなさい。逃げ回ってしまって。私は新見くんが思ってくれているような。
九条が自分のことをどう思っていても、俺の気持ちは変わらない。
うん。
俺こそ、九条に尊敬してもらえるような。
新見くんが自分のことをどう思っていても、私の気持ちは変わりません。
俺でいいのか？
新見くんじゃなきゃやだ。
Alright, boys. Everyone needs to find themselves a woman that says that to you. That's like perfection right there.
私は新見くんの彼女になりたい。
九条。
新見くん。
場所を変えよう。
はい。
We're in everybody's way here, standing around wrapped up in our own little world. As we calm down, we notice all these people looking at us, so we hightail it out of there. I don't know, that'd be cute to see. We walk in silence for a bit. Part of me wants to shout and jump and sing, I'm so happy. The rest of me still can't believe it's really true. The only sounds are our footsteps and the slow tread of Kujo's bike tires on the sidewalk. That's our whole world right now.
じゃあ、私は。
ああ、うん。
Kujo's tone is reluctant. This is where we
今日
part.
はありがとう。
いや、こっちこそ。
今のお礼、何のお礼だろう。
俺もこっちこそってなんだ？
告白してくれたお礼？
なんかそれおかしいよな。
Yeah, it's like, thanks for having feelings for me. You know, I really appreciate it. Not weird at
だ
all.
よね。まだ興奮してて混乱してるかも。
俺も。
Another clumsy exchange was an awkward smile on our faces. How are you even supposed to talk to your girlfriend? I have no idea. I guess it's just something I'll have to figure out as we move forward together.
なあ、九条。
うん。
明日バイトは
14時半までか。
ああ、そっか。
14時半からは
疲れてないか？
大丈夫。
よかったら出かけないか？
うん。
まあ、ノープランなんだけど。
新見くんと一緒ならどこでもいい。
Where it's
また
at.
ラウンド2でも？
今日欲しいのがクレーンゲームであったんだけど。
じゃあ明日俺が取る。
ありがとう。楽しみ。
迎えに行くよ。14時半。
うん。着替えたりするから40分くらいに来てもらえるとちょうどいいかも。
わかった。飯は？
まかないは食べないでおく。
じゃあ一緒に食べよう。後で連絡する。まだなんか信じられない。
Yeah, I mean, things went way better for him once he, like, actually let her talk and, like, figure out and express her feelings.
私も多分お家に帰ってお風呂入ってほっとしたら思い出して。
俺もそうかもな。
連絡待ってるね。
悪い、引き止めて。
じゃあ。
Oh, it's so cute watching them interact. They're, like, so, like, nervous and awkward and trying to figure out what's, you know, what they're supposed to be doing. They're just trying to be nice. It's cute.
また明日。
They'll get used to it. Kujo waves and hops on her bike. After another cheerful wave, she pedals off. When she's a little ways away, she stops, turns around, and gives me one more last big wave. I turn around as well. That little exchange alone is enough to make me beam with joy. Those same quivering emotions that were driving me mad when I was waiting for her reply. Well, now they feel so darn good I can't hardly contain myself. Well, that was really wholesome. I like that.
ありがとうございました。
Oh, I guess we can go a little bit more. I'm like, dang, this felt like it's been a while. I'm like, oh, I should end the video here. If I'm like, dang, we're only at 35 minutes. Like, okay. We can go a little bit more, I guess. Kujo's voice echoes to the cafe she sees out customers. It's a big party, all of them with separate checks, so it's slowing down the process a little. It's currently 2:50 p.m. When I arrived precisely at 2:40, she told me that things might take a while and I should wait inside, so I've been hanging around since then. Just getting a glass of water would have been bad manners, so I ordered a soda and been sipping on it, waiting for Kujo to get off her shift.
レシートよろしいですか？ありがとうございました。またお越しください。
She closes out the last person's check with a sigh of relief. She shoots a glance my way, smiling sweetly. With a nod to another part-timer, she disappears into the back. Finally done, I guess. She's probably off to go change. While vacantly staring at the kitchen area where she disappeared to, I put the straw to my lips. Almost forgot my glass is empty. My throat is super dry for some reason. This is bad. I'm nervous as hell. My first date. We've walked around town together before, but once you actually call it a date, suddenly it becomes this huge event. I killed off my soda the instant it was brought over. Only ice remains in the glass. Unable to contain my thirst, I slurp up the little bit of water that's melted from the ice. I can relate to that. That's what I do. That, of course, isn't enough, so I pop the ice in my mouth and start crunching down on it. As soon as I grind the last ice cube into pieces, Kujo returns to the cafe dressed in her casual clothes. She walks over to me and sits across from me.
ごめんなさい。お待たせ。
いや大丈夫か忙しそうだったけど
お休みの日はいつも暇なんだけど、今日はちょっと多かったね。でも落ち着いたから大丈夫。あ、お水おかわりいる？
ああいや大丈夫
ごめんね。お待たせしちゃったからお腹空いてるよね。ここでは食べないよね。
まあそうだな九条の好きなところで食べよう
いいの？
ああとりあえず出るか
I take the check and stand up from my seat. Kujo starts to pull out her wallet for some reason, but I obviously stop her and pay alone. Kujo responds to her coworker's knowing smile with an awkward smile of her own, so we leave the cafe. Yeah, like, what were you trying to pay for me? What?
ごめんなさい。お待たせしちゃった上に代金まで支払わせてしまって。
Oh my gosh, it's fine.
俺が勝手に頼んだんだから俺が支払うのは当然だろそれに昼飯も俺のおごりのつもりだし俺が誘ったんだから俺が払う
Yep, that's how it
でも
goes.
食材のお金とかも出してもらってるのに。
あれは親からもらってる食費だしあまあバイトしてないし全部親の金だから格好はつかねえけどさ最初のデートの食事くらい俺に払わせてくれよ
じゃあ次は私に払わせてね。
And see, this is a healthy relationship. That's perfectly fine.
ああ
Especially if she's the one asking to go on the next date. It's like, oh, okay, you asked. Okay, you can pay. Sounds fine. We've only just started our first date and she's already looking forward to the next one. Man, my heart can't
何
take
食べ
this.
たい
本当に私の好きなものでいいの？
ああ
じゃあちょっと高いんだけど。
I'm sorry, I had to laugh. It's a little bit pricey. It's probably like 1,200 yen.
なんでも
モックのハンバーガーいい？
Oh, so not even $12.
安っ
そうセットで800円くらいするよ。高いよ。
You know, so many years ago, yes, I guess $8 for a meal would have been like, if you were just getting like a really cheap meal, that is on the higher end of cheap, but Kujo's so funny.
1000円以上覚悟してたなんならデザートもつけちまえ
すごい。
How
贅沢。
extravagant.
行こうぜ
For being
あ
so
自
much
転車は
money, you're so funny.
大丈夫。ここに置かせてもらう。
そっか
両手。
ん
あ、
Kujo blushes as she starts walking, though I'm not sure why. I fall in next to her, tilting my head in confusion. She said something about making sure her hands are free. Does she mean like she wants to hold hands? I don't know. That seems a little lewd, guys. I might have to cut that out of the video. They hold hands. And, you know, I'm gonna get it taken off YouTube. Can't do that. Getting into this much, right? Then again, if I'd been smooth enough to say, oh, fancy that, I guess we'll be able to hold hands or something. We might actually be holding hands by now.
いや、なんでもない。
You know what the best thing you can do is? Like, okay, so you just like get up and you know you're like you start walking and then just like put your hand back like that. That's all you need to do. Just start walking, put your hand like that. She'll grab your hand and you'll just be walking with your hands. Easy as that, guys. Super easy.
駅前のお店でいいよね。
ああ、大丈夫。
I scramble for a response, sweating bullets over how bad they already screwed things up. I just have to make sure I don't let my next chance get away.
いただきます。
Gosh, so many good CGs in this video.
いただきます。
Like, this is the third one. Like, good ones. Both unwrap our burgers. Kujo has a veggie burger, and I get the signature item. A huge mock. We both got the combo of onion rings and fries. The heck? Which... McDonald's does not have onion rings? What the heck? Kujo ordering an iced tea for a drink. I settled on oolong tea. To me, this is an extremely commonplace lunch,
結
but...
末の贅沢がつき始めに幸せ。
Kujo, you're so funny. Having a McDonald's splurge. Kujo's cheeks are pushed up in the biggest smile I've ever seen on her. The big shot president's daughter elated over a fast food burger. Man, and here I thought this was the sort of thing you only read about in
普段
fiction.
の食事って別に贅沢してるわけじゃないよな。
普通だよ。普通の食事。
毎日ステーキとかキャビアとか食べてるならその反応もわかるんだけどな。
ああ普段フランス料理だからカップラーメンがごちそうみたいな。
そうそう、そういうの。
お母さんがね、体に悪いからってハンバーガーとか、あとカップラーメンもあまり食べさせてくれなくて。
あー、そっちのパターンか。うちと同じだな。
あとジュースもダメ。
Okay, I can understand not having soda, so it's just like not great for you. But
完璧にうちと同じだ。
you can have a hamburger every once in a while. You'll be fine.
一般家庭だよ。普通の。お嬢様って言われるし、そういう目で見られるけど。
今の九条を見てるとそれよくわかる。
今の？
知り合ってすぐは口調とか態度とか硬かったからさ。お嬢様っぽいイメージあってちょっと身構えてた。
それは単純に人見知りなところあって、緊張すると表情も言葉も硬くなっちゃうの。
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
緊張っていうか、やっぱりちゃんとなんていうの、礼儀作法みたいなのが。
そうかな。あんまり意識はしていないけれど。
九条なら高級料理店とか行っても緊張せず食事できそう。
するよ。年に何回かね、新年会とか親戚で集まるんだけど。
うわ、すげえ。初めて九条からそういうエピソード飛び出した。ホテルで食事なんてしたことない。
Have I ever ate anywhere upscale? I mean, I've ate at like nicer restaurants, but nothing like super fancy, you know. Not my thing. Not about that. The food usually isn't that great either.
そんなに格式ばったものでもないんだけどね。
高級フレンチとか？
前はそういうのもあったけど、ちょっと前からバイキングになったかな。親戚の小さい子たちが喜ぶからって。
Yeah. I think buffets are a good safe bet.
ホテルのバイキング。俺が知ってる安い食べ放題のとは違うんだろうな。
新見くんの言ってるバイキングがどんなものか知らないから何とも言えないけど。
急に格差を感じ始めた。
そんなに大げさなものじゃないよ。特別美味しいってわけじゃないし。
え、そうなの？
それに無駄に緊張しちゃうし、やっぱり私は。
She nibbles on her burger.
あ 美味しい。こっちの方が好きかな。
高級フレンチよりか？
私にとってはここのオニオンリングがごちそうなのです。
あ、わかる。マジうまいよな。
つい頼んじゃうよね。
Dang, I want to try some McDonald's onion rings now. Never thought they would have those. We're having a natural conversation. We walked the entire way here in silence, and then even at first while we were eating it was the same. I was freaking out, wondering what I was supposed to do, but it all turned out fine. Now my only concern is I can't stop staring at her smile. As soon as I realize what I'm doing, I blush and take a gulp of my tea.
ゴールデンウィークどうだった？
I don't think there's anything wrong with staring at her smiling. That's cute.
いや、別に。実家帰ったくらい。俺の部屋がなくなってて、微妙に居心地悪かったけど。
お部屋が？
空と二人部屋だったんだけど、今は空の部屋になってる。
ああ、ソラちゃんのお部屋にしてあげるために新見くん一人暮らし始めたんだ。
Sure, we can say that.
違う。追い出されたんだって。仕方なく一人暮らしを始めた。
本当に？
俺そんなに優しくないって。
そうかな。とっても優しいお兄さんだと思うな。
優しくしてるつもりはないけどな。あ、空が犯人調査どうなってるのって気にしてた。
ああ、私が逃げてたせいで中断しちゃってるね。
まあ、俺もそれどころじゃなかったけどな。
Hey, it was better than how the other ending went. I'll take this.
そうかも。幸い、なんて言い方は不適切かもしれないけれど。
ああ、けど、いずれ出そうではある。
そうだね。早く見つけないと。
九条の力、大きなアドバンテージにはなるけど。
さすがに町の人全員には無理だよね。
学生に絞っても何百人いるのやらだしな。
何かいい方法があれば。
犯人も予告とか出してくれりゃいいのにな。それか満月の日にとか、そういう分かりやすいの。
行き当たりばったりだよね。
それっぽいな。
被害者は今のところ女性。犯行時間はおそらく深夜。
いつやらかすかはランダム、もしくはまだ俺たちが気づいていない法則がある。
That is true. We should put some thought into
法
this.
則。
悪い、やめるかこんな話。
そうだね。せっかくのデートだし。
なんつうか、人生初デートだから俺すげえテンパってる。
私も一緒。人生初の恋人に、彼氏に、デートに、初めてなことばっかり。
2回行ったぞ。
You have definitely a lot of firsts for them, but you know, that's normal.
恋人と彼氏は一緒だろう。意外と天然なんだよな、九条。
反論できない。
I can't deny that. I don't know if she's embarrassed or if she's pouting. She munches on her french fry as she furrows her brow. I smile, sinking my teeth into the burger.
ねえ、新見くん。
So, where were they going with that zoom in? Like, y'all saw that. What was the point of that? I was like, is he gonna, like, comment on something? Is he gonna make some stupid thought? Didn't even say anything. Totally unnecessary zoom. Totally. I'm very quiet for some reason. Surprised at the sudden shift in tone, I brace myself for whatever she's gonna
どう
say.
した？
あのね、唐突なんだけど、
ああ、
このね、新見くんって他人行儀だよね。
I don't know, I thought it was cute.
あ
呼び方。
あー、そっか。
だから、そのね。
宮子って。
I figured this is where they're going. Kujo freezes for a second, then her head begins bobbing up and down enthusiastically. She then goes on, visibly excited.
かけるくんって呼んでもいい？
ああ、もちろん。
やった。じゃあ、これからは新見くんって呼ぶね。
Wait, what?
かけるくん。
ほんと天然なんだよな、九条。
Okay, to be fair, I've done stuff like that too before, where I like say the totally wrong thing and I'm like, oh, frick, never mind.
違うでしょ？
あ、九条じゃない。宮子。
かけるくんも天然だと思うな。
今、新見って言いかけただろ。
難しい。
This is tough.
徐々に切り替えていこう。
Miyako gives me another brilliant smile, and I instinctively grab my tea and hide my embarrassment behind it. Miyako. Calling her by her first name feels so intimate. I mean, yeah, I guess y'all haven't even held hands yet. Like, it's pretty intimate, huh? Am I really gonna get used to calling her that, or am I gonna have to be embarrassed every time? It's almost scary how giddy we both are. Honestly, this burger could taste like cardboard, and I never know. I'm that far gone.
みやこが欲しいのってどれ？
どれだったかな。
We finished our late lunch and head to round 2, the very place we went yesterday with our classmates but couldn't enjoy it all. Seems like Miyako doesn't go to places like this often. Her eyes are darting everywhere, taking all the sights and sounds, a big grin on her face.
あった、これルームランプ。
へえ、こんなのあるのか。あれ、これあれか。みやこ、これやってるの？ああ、違うか。ドラファンってゲームの敵？マスコット？イモテンダー。
It's a tequila. Sounds like tequila.
ゲームなんだね。
空がハマってたけど、まだやってんのかな、あいつ。
じゃあソラちゃんへのプレゼントだね。
あいつは自分で取るからいいんだって。
Now she can get her
今
own
取るのは
screwer.
みやこの分。
I like it.
ありがとう。じゃあ
I'm gonna be honest, when they first mentioned a crane game, I'm like, oh no, they're gonna go to one of those that has like the plushies and stuffed animals in it, and you know who we're gonna see? We're gonna see Sophie in there. And we're gonna be like, whoa, what's going on? And then there's gonna be like some like plot thing that happens because of it.
ああ、いいって。財布出さなくて。いいからいいから。
I see how apologetic Miyako looks, but I throw my money in before she has a chance to protest.
ためらわず500円入れちゃった。
500円だと1回多くできるんだよ。この500円で決める。
こういうの得意？
まあ見てろって。
I grin triumphantly, push the button, and control the crane.
よし。
あれ、そこでいいの？
ああ、アームで押し出す。
押し出す。あ、そっか。押して穴に落とすんだね。
そうそう。
傾い。
I didn't say anything there. Y'all knew. Y'all knew. Y'all knew what I was thinking.
位置が悪かったな。大丈夫。大体わかった。
I began my second attempt. This time, I've definitely positioned the claw better, but
あ
another failure. In fact, the prize isn't even budging when the
な
arm
る
hits
ほど
it.
な。アーム弱いな。
I have for composed and level-headed analysis, while on the inside I freak out. Crap, I don't think I
結
can get it.
構難しいんだね。
あと4回ある。まあ見とけよ。
I am clearly on tilt. I don't have a chance in hell of getting this crane to do what I want. For that matter, I don't even have a strategy to get the darn thing, even if I could put the claw where I wanted it.
うん。
The blink of an eye, I've effectively flushed 500 yen down the toilet. Can't be serious. What am I gonna say to
やっ
her?
ぱり難しいんだね。ありがとう、かけるくん。楽しかった。次何する？次はかけるくんが好きなゲームとか一緒に。
いや、待てみやこ。俺の財布にはまだ500円玉が入っている。
He's going for it again,
かけ
baby.
るくん。
Miko grabs my arm.
もう500円も使ったんだよ。1000円なんてダメだよ。そんなにしてまで欲しくないから。
大丈夫。コツは掴んだから。それにこういうのは1000円くらい当たり前だから。
くらいって。
こういうのはアームの力が強くなるタイミングがあるんだよ。500円で諦めちゃもったいない。
そうなの？
ああ、次でいける。
With a worried and dubious look, Miyako releases my arm. I extend my released arm to the cabinet, the 500 yen coin in my fingers, I drop it in the slot. The moment the machine swallows up my money, Miyako lets out an indescribable gasp. 1,000 yen must be a lot of money to Miyako. Actually, it's a pretty big hit to my wallet, too. But I'll do it for my beloved girlfriend. I swear that a dome lamp will be mine. I psych myself up glaring at the dome lamp, and so begins a battle I can't afford to lose.
かけるくん。
よし、
かけるくん。
もう一回だ。
かけるくん。
ダメだよ。
ダメもう2000円使っちゃったよ。そんな大金つぎ込んじゃダメだよ。
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
止めないでくれ。プライドの問題なんだ。ここまでやって弾けるか。
ごめんね。私が欲しいなんて言ったから、もういいから、大丈夫だから。
Poor guy.
あと100円、あと100円でやめるから。
さっきもそう言ってたよ。そう言って両替してたよ。
いけるから、分かったから、次でいけるから。
Oh no, he's becoming a gambling
それ
addict.
もさっき言ってた。いいから、本当にもういいから。
大丈夫大丈夫、見とけって。
Check out Miko's arm and jam in another 100 yen.
ほんとラスト。これでラストだから。
Try not to look at Miko's disappointed expression, focusing on controlling the crane. I've shifted it a lot, just one more push. Just a tiny bit more, another inch. No, if I could shift it just a fraction of an inch.
くそ、しくじった。右すぎた。
いけそう？
え？
声震えてる。
いや、ほんと。いけるから、今度こそ。いけ。
Push the button, half in desperation. The arm position in place, it slowly descends. My rage wants me to punch through the glass in the machine and tear this weak claw in half, but as though unaware of my ire, the claw opens. The box moves aside just a smidge, then precariously falls in the hole, accompanied by a clunk from the dispenser slot.
取れた。
取れた？
取れた。
やった！
はよ、はよ、みやこ、出して下から。
He's acting like it's going to disappear if he doesn't grab it right away, but bouncing off the walls of excitement. Miyako kneels down, sticking her hand in the dispenser slot. She pulls up the little dome lamp-like creature that I spent my life savings on liberating.
あったよ、かけるくん。
やった、取れた。
すごい、ありがとう。
まあ、俺にかかればこんなもんよ。余裕だぜ。
最後泣きそうな顔してたよ。
Miko's unexpectedly savage takedown shuts me up in a hurry. Well, she does have a point. If that last hadn't done it, I would have bawled my eyes
頑張
out.
って取ったから、うん、大事にしてくれると嬉しいです。
Y'all are so cute.
ありがとう。嬉しい、とっても。
So cute.
でも、
Miko's sweet smile turns
も
stern.
うこんな無茶なお金の使い方しないでね。ヒヤヒヤしたんだから。
Gives me the willies.
悪い。熱くなった。
What does that even
ご
mean?
めんね、ありがとう。私のために一生懸命になってくれて、とっても嬉しかった。このランプ、宝物にする。
She smiles, hugging the Tecular's box tight. Think about teasing her for exaggerating, but I can't bring myself to do it. She's too cute. And that makes me blush, at which I struggle to hide my embarrassment. And as always, I turn away, looking off into
私も
space.
何かお返しができるといいんだけど。
そういうのやめようぜ。恋人なんだから。お返しとかそういうの、宮子に喜んで欲しくてそれ取ったんだ。その笑顔だけで。
ありがとう。
あ、それ、そこに袋あるから、カバンに入らないだろ。
うん。この袋いくら？
ただ。
そうなの？すごいお得。
What a deal. A plastic
1枚
bag.
だけな。
ああ、もう節約好きだからってそういう意地汚いことはしません。
はい、すみません。
つい持って帰りたくはなっちゃうけどね。
Oh my gosh.
他に何か欲しいものとかあるか？
また2000円もかかったら心臓に悪いし。
ですよね。
それに2000円使うなら2人で楽しめるのがいいな。
Okay.
じゃあ、2人でできそうなの探すか。
End up spending about 2 hours around 2. I kind of want to end it here. I feel like we've done quite a bit, and I'm not sure where this is going afterwards. I feel like it's been really happy, so I'm expecting something to just go down the hill. Like maybe we'll bump into somebody after our date or something. So I kind of want to end it here just in case that happens, because I don't have time to cover it. But anyways, guys, I mean, this has been a great episode. Like, this is probably one of the best episodes we've had so far. Like, there was a lot of, like, emotional buildup, like, to their kind of confession and stuff. And although I don't like that Kakeru, like, didn't let her speak at first, it ended up working out really well later. Because then they kind of got away from everybody and didn't have to, like, meet their expectations. They got to just really, like, bear their feelings, which was nice. And then they had a nice date, and they got to eat McDonald's, which is apparently a very high-end treat for her. So, and they got the toy, so that was awesome. But great episode overall. I really liked it. Lots of good things to say about it. But I'm expecting some interesting things going forward here. I think we're gonna have a good time. I'm excited to see where they're gonna go. So. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.